What's going on, family? Welcome back to another episode, a long-awaited return of Family by Heart. I'm Dustin Gruss. I'm your host. If you have not joined us before, welcome. And just tell you a little bit about myself. I am a full-time stay-at-home dad to two beautiful, handsome, adorable toddler boys. And there are a large part why it's been a long-awaited return for the podcast. Keeping two toddler boys busy during the summer, having enough energy for yourself, it's not easy. I'll be honest, it's not easy. It's been fun, but it hasn't been easy. Also been busy doing some side painting jobs, both for our church and for some other clients. And speaking of clients, been busy doing some personal training as well. And again, if you don't know me, my background is over 20 some years experience in different customer service fields, one of which being personal training. And when I began personal training, about 9 years ago, I kind of always envisioned personal training and life coaching going together hand in hand, because a lot of what you need to get yourself physically healthy and fit, you can apply to other areas of your life, your finances, your family life, your relationships, your spirituality. So those disciplines that you must take to get yourself physically healthy, you can apply to other areas of your life. And my wife and I have been married for 7 years, and it's been awesome. And part of our story, if you haven't listened to episodes 2 and 3 of the podcast, season 1, our story, we found out early on in our marriage that we weren't going to be able to have our own kids. We went through a whole year and a half or so of grief, denial, more denial, coming to the realization that it was probably going to be just the two of us. And then we got a dog, which was awesome. And then the dog opened up our hearts to the idea of, you know what, we can open our home to kids that need somewhere to be while their parents figure things out. And so we became foster parents. And then fast forward a couple of years, we end up adopting two of our placements. They were a sibling set, half brothers, and we've been their parents for a little over a year and a half now. They're full-time permanent parents. And when their adoption went through is when I became a full-time stay-at-home dad, and then working on the side, doing some personal training and some paint jobs here and there, because as a result of the pandemic and being a foster parent, I wanted to have more of a steady job. And so I spent a year painting with a wonderful company, thanks to a good friend of mine who helped get me in that job. And it was a lot of fun, but then adoption went through, and the assistance we got for daycare went away as we adopted our boys. And if you didn't know, daycare costs a ton. It's very expensive. So we decided I would stay home with the boys. And here we are now. It's been a busy, busy summer. And so really that's what this episode is about. Just welcoming you back. It's been busy, been crazy. On top of keeping the kids busy, doing some updating on things myself, a little bit of rebranding. We have now the logo with the family, the four of us walking with the Family by Heart underneath, kind of letting go of the lion head from my other projects being Step Up to Greatness and the Coming Unstuck. Because with this Family by Heart change and rebranding a little bit, I have also been putting together a coaching program for tired and overstressed dads to help them lead their family with good health, joy, and love. Because there's a lot of dads that have been struggling, carrying so much of a burden. Wives carry the burden as well. The mothers carry the burden. But there's a lot of times, it's just been stereotypical for men to carry around a burden and keep their emotions and everything to themselves. And so they end up really having all the weight of the world, at least their weight of their family on their shoulders, and not really being able to express themselves. And I think it's important that as men, we need to start stepping up and sharing how we're feeling, making sure that we recognize, as well as our family recognizes, what is going on with us, and that we get the assistance we need, because you know what, you got to take care of yourself today to have a better future for your family tomorrow and in the future. So that's part of what I've been working on as well. Other than that, look forward to doing a lot of new episodes coming up as well. I did a challenge over the course of the summer, which will be my next episode, kind of talking about that, where I did a 12-hour walk. I walked on my own for 12 hours, no podcast, no music, no talking with family, no texting, phone calls, any of that. It's based on a book by Colin O'Brady, The 12-Hour Walk. Amazing experience. Can't wait to share that experience with you guys. And we also received a diagnosis this summer that our oldest boy is level 2 autism, high functioning, very smart, very affectionate, just incredible young boy. But there are certainly some things on the spectrum that he's dealing with, and we're navigating that. That's all new to us. That happened literally just 2 months ago. We got that diagnosis, and been meeting and coming across some interesting people and a lot of exciting things. So look forward to updating you and having some great episodes, some interviews. If you are someone that has a family story or a dad story or a mom story or some resources that you want to share with me as well as with the audience, please feel free to reach out. Love to have a chat with you, have you on for an interview, an episode, and so we can share and make sure that we are representing each other. We are coming together as a family and taking care of one another. And that's pretty much going to be it for now. Again, short, sweet episode, just kind of keeping you updated. Again, kind of letting go of the Step Up to Greatness moniker. Still going to do public speaking and help out businesses, corporations as I can, and, be willing to coach pretty much anybody, but really want to emphasize I'm going to work a little bit more on the fathers, because I know it's something through my experience, through infertility, foster care, adoption, being a stay-at-home dad. It's something that I know I've needed. So I know other dads need some help in that area as well. So definitely put together a program for that. So be on the lookout for that. New website as well. We'll be putting information out on that probably by the time this episode drops. And we'd love to hear from you. And thank you so much for tuning in, and make sure you tune in again soon. That's going out, Dustin again. And remember, we're born into our names, but we become family by heart. Till next time.